Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave. What do you guys think of the new intro? Decided to change things up a little bit. Kind of cool. I like it. So first and foremost, I want to go ahead and thank everybody for calling in yesterday on the live viewer questions. And it will be a weekly event every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2 hours. You will get 2 hours solid of taking calls, answering questions, talking about whatever's important going on in the world of wrestling, sports, and as you saw last night, many other things, television shows, all kinds of things. So I'm really excited about the future of that. All the support was amazing. Had a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. It was a blast. It was an absolute blast. So today, of course, is your daily focus. And I'm sorry I probably sound like shit. That 3 hours tore my throat up, and my sick, whatever hell, my lungs, whatever the hell's wrong with me, seems to be coming back. But I don't feel that bad like I did last time, so I'm toughing it out, and here we go. It is Monday, March 16th, and it is time for your daily focus. Today is an all Monday Night Raw preview episode. That's what we're going to get, all Monday Night Raw. A lot of fun. We talked a lot about Monday Night Raw last night. It was pretty cool. But we talked a lot about WWE and the booking. So that's what I wanted to make today's show about. However, before we get into that, a couple of things. We're almost at 500 subs, guys. We're so close. And when we get there, we will be doing our big giveaway. The subscription box. I've been taking all those things from Loot Chest and Nerd Block and Arcade Block. I've been putting them away, and we're 8 subs away from getting there to do the big giveaway. We might be able to do it tomorrow, and I will send this box full of items to one lucky subscriber. So it could be you if you subscribe. So other than that, make sure you guys are supporting everybody else in the universe, like Joe Cronin and Tommy C and all those good guys. Shot from the Point. Had a good show last night. And, of course, the great Joe Cronin will be doing Monday Night Raw review live directly after Raw. And then I think after that show, I might even come on here and go live for an hour or so if you don't feel that you got enough. Sometimes you never have enough. And so there you go. You can have that too. Other than that, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Monday Night Raw preview. Here we go. What to look for. I think that's the most important thing. That's the question everyone's asking. Where did they go from last week? When I thought it was a pretty damn awful show, but a lot of people seem to be buying into a few of the angles. Like Randy Orton and giving the finger. Oh. So that's where we start. We start with middle finger gate and all of these things that Randy Orton did. How are they going to continue the build between Randy Orton and Seth Rollins? Obviously, I think the most logical thing is Randy Orton challenging Seth Rollins to a match at WrestleMania. But are they going to continue this trend with the limp dick jokes and the middle fingers of, people are talking about how the product's a little bit edgier than it's been in the past. Even though I think there's trends where there are times where they get a little more edgy, and then there are times when they lighten up a little bit. So it shouldn't be a big surprise that they're going through a little bit of a mode where they're edging it up a little bit. But the question does need to be asked. Are they going to continue to push the envelope? Are they going to go to the very ends of the PG rating? Or is this just smoke and mirrors? That's a really good question. I think they'll continue to do certain things, to whatever they can do to draw attention. Since they don't have a lot of substance, doing gimmicks like this, the middle finger, which, by the way, I don't feel it was accidentally caught on camera. I believe it was purposely done that way. There's no way Randy Orton would have gave the middle fingers at all on a Monday Night Raw that he knew was taped or recorded live. There's no way he would have done it without the people in the back knowing. And if they didn't know, believe me, we would have known already that they didn't know. We would have heard something. We've heard nothing about it. So that's the first thing. Are they going to continue to go a little bit more edgy with that storyline? And others as well. Are they going to do some kind of crazy things that we haven't seen? And do you think it's a trend that's going to continue further on until they get rid of the PG thing altogether? Which, if that matters to you, which it doesn't really to me, then that could be a big deal. So that's the first thing. How about the final Hall of Fame inductee? It's supposed to be tonight. Who's it going to be? Got to be a big name, right? Because this Hall of Fame induction class is booty hoo-ow. It's terrible. It's awful. Oh, my God. Aside from Randy, it's awful. And that's not even that exciting because who wants to hear Lanny Poffo? Yes, it's going to be interesting to see Hulk Hogan induct him, see what he has to say. If he gets reeled, that'll be really interesting. But who cares about what Lanny Poffo has to say, really? So who's the next one that you really want to hear talk? Well, luckily, I believe it will be tonight's final inductee. He's a guy that when he talks, he's always entertaining. He pisses a lot of people off. One of the most polarizing guys in the history of the business. And that is the great Kevin Nash. And I believe he'll be going in as Diesel, just like Scott Hall went in as Razor Ramon. So his speech should be really good. So I'm excited about that. The tag team division. Let's turn our attention to that, shall we? The question has to be is what the hell are they doing? What is the point of not only putting Los Matadores into the tag team scramble? I guess I have no idea what type of match they're going to end up doing. I'm assuming it's going to be some kind of turmoil, gauntlet, scramble, or like a four corners match. I have no idea what they're planning on doing. But the fact that they put Los Matadores in there was perplexing, considering they had other guys. But turning them heel didn't really seem to make sense when you already have a team that is a super heel team that's already on the rise, like the Ascension. Of course, we haven't seen the Ascension in a while, so maybe it doesn't even matter. The question becomes, what type of match is going to be taking place at WrestleMania for the tag team titles, and who's going to be involved? The Usos are obvious prime candidates. New Day has been in the mix, so is Los Matadores. Of course, we got the tag team champions. But what about the Lucha Dragons, who have been crawling into the mix for a little bit now? Could they be getting involved? What about the primetime players? And the Ascension, the aforementioned Ascension. I'd like to see all these tag teams get into it, and let's get a little craziness going. Because, Jesus, we need something we need another big, can't miss, going to be exciting match besides the Intercontinental title match. And this could be that. So, if they do it right. But my optimism right now is not very high. Monday Night Raw needs to be really good. It really does. We'll see what happens. How about another interesting thing? The missing case of Lana. How are they going to explain her absence on SmackDown? And more importantly, since they were able to capitalize on a fresh angle with John Cena, even though it was not fresh and he's not turning heel and everybody bought it hook, line, and stinker. I just cut one. Now that's an obscure reference. If anybody can get that reference, you're a badass, okay? You bought it hook, line, and stinker. I just cut one. If you get that one, you have my ultimate respect. Anyone out there who can give me where that reference is from, because it's a good one. No one's going to get it. Nobody can get that one. You're a badass. Anyway. But you all bought it. All these people bought it. Oh, Cena, he's edgy. Oh, no. No, it's all bullshit. It's bad for you, kids. He's not more edgy than he's ever been. He's just intense, Cena, and he's impossible to beat when he's like this. But the question is, is Rusev just really pissed off at Lana for granting Cena the match that obviously Rusev did not want to take part in? And how are they going to make this interesting? Look, whether or not I bought the Cena thing with him being more edgy or not, that doesn't matter. It was actually a really good angle. It was well done. Cena did get aggressive, and it did look good. Lana reacting the way she did, it was effective. So it was a good angle. I'm just saying it's not what people think it's going to be. But the question remains, they did it last week. Can they continue to capitalize off that and work Lana into this a little bit better with this whole missing angle? Maybe even get her involved with Cena somehow. I'm not sure. I'm sure it'll be something to that extent. It'll be kind of cool. Or maybe she'll just be back with Rusev. Who knows? We'll see. There's been a lot of talks. We're going to switch gears here to the Divas division. There's been a lot of talks about, why the hell are we getting a tag team match between the Bellas and Paige? Paige and AJ. It doesn't make a lot of sense. The title needs to be defended. All of these good, valid questions. Give Divas a chance, all this crap, and you're going to give us a friggin' tag team match. Well, they have been doing something kind of underlying. They've been teasing a lot of tension between AJ and Paige. Paige. So it's possible that tonight could be a shakeup, and maybe that tag team match is not going to happen. Maybe something else will maybe they're going to listen, and they're going to do the right thing, and maybe turn this into a fatal four-way match of some kind. Maybe even not put Brie into it. Just how about Paige and AJ kind of setting their sights not on the bell as much, but on the Divas title. If they do that, it could save this whole division for WrestleMania, and it won't be such a friggin' joke. So we'll see if that's what they decide to do. But my optimism for the Divas division in particular is just really, really low. The next thing I want to talk about is Goldust. Goldust has been absent basically since his victory over Cody Rhodes, Stardust, at Fastlane. And it seems like the excuse is that they were not happy with the response to the match by the fans, even though that was a terrible crowd. So they decided not to have Gold and Stardust at WrestleMania, which I think is utter bullshit, but that's okay. So the question is what to do with Goldust. I think he definitely deserves to be at WrestleMania in a bigger spot than just the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I think it's a possibility that he could be in that match, but I also think that tonight he will become the eighth man in the ladder match. And this would thrust Sheamus into the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, which actually makes a little bit more sense since they've done nothing to indicate that heel Sheamus is even going to come back as a heel. And when he does, if he's going to target Daniel Bryan, if that was indeed the case. Now, all of these things in play kind of help with one thing that's missing out of one match throughout the night at WrestleMania, and that's the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. It is desperately missing star power. By having Goldust as the eighth person in the Intercontinental title ladder match, that leaves them free for Sheamus to go into the Battle Royal, which makes a lot of sense. I kind of shot it down last night. I didn't think that Sheamus would be into it, but the more I thought about it, the more it makes sense. He doesn't really need to be in the Intercontinental title match. I think it has enough juice now. It has enough star power. And by adding Goldust, we'll get spots between Gold and Stardust, so people will get what they wanted at WrestleMania in some sense. But we're still going to have a lot of star power and a really great Intercontinental champion in Goldust from the past adds a little bit more legitimacy to that match. And like I said, it frees Sheamus up to be able to add some star power into the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So I think that makes complete sense. Moving on now to Roman Reigns. What is Roman Reigns going to do tonight? I believe he's taking on Mark Henry. What is that going to look like? Mark Henry is putting Reigns over, talking about what kind of an animal that kid is and stuff like that, which is ridiculous. But is Reigns going to continue to try and prove himself? And if it's not Mark Henry, who's going to confront him tonight? And who will he try to prove himself against going into WrestleMania? There's been all these things about him proving himself. Don't tell me what I can't do. It does look like we will not be getting any Brock Lesnar tonight. He is not scheduled to be there, I don't think. Or if he was, I think they've pulled him. Everything that I've read indicates that he will not be there, but you never know. Paul Heyman should at least be there, but God, aside from it's great hearing Paul Heyman talk, I don't want to hear another promo about how awesome and legit Roman Reigns is. I just don't want to hear it. I don't need to hear it, and I don't believe Paul. As much as I love Paul, and he's fantastic, I don't believe him. He's not selling me this. He's not selling it to anybody. He just sounds good while saying bullshit, but nobody's buying the bullshit. So it's kind of it's pointless. It's pointless. Triple H and Sting. How are they going to advance this storyline? It seems like something else has to happen. The second shoe has to drop here. I think Triple H has to really do something egregious. He's got to do something against the WCW legacy, against the WCW name. And I was really hoping beating the hell out of Booker T would have been the beginning to that, but he didn't do it. He just fired him and then rehired him. It was bullshit. But I think if he were to do something with some past WCW guys, and I've been calling for this for weeks and weeks and weeks, it would be unbelievably entertaining. Hell, we're 2 weeks away, man. We're this Raw and one more Raw away, and then it is friggin' WrestleMania. Triple H has got to do something. He's got to pull out some stops to get people talking. Having Sting at WrestleMania is not enough. You got to have a little bit more into this match that seems to be losing a little bit of momentum. So hopefully they'll address that tonight, and Triple H will do something insane. Yay! Finally, Undertaker, Bray Wyatt. For some people, this is a great matchup. They really want to see it. Me, I don't really care yet. I'm hoping tonight they can do something that a little, maybe not out of the playbook of an Undertaker feud, but I'm sure they're going to. Maybe they'll light something else on fire. Maybe lightning will hit another thing. Who knows? I don't know. I am not the one to tell you. Couldn't tell you. Shit. But it is what it is. The match should be interesting. I believe it can be a good match. It's so damn perplexing. What the hell why are they calling plays out of the 1998-1999 playbook for this match? I don't know. What else can Bray Wyatt do? He's literally done everything. Maybe attack Kane, but that doesn't even make sense at this point. I just don't know what he could do. It'd be kind of cool if he was able to find everybody that Undertaker has beat, at WrestleMania and just start beating up those people. I don't know. I have no idea what Bray Wyatt can do to add a little juice to this match. Anyone got any ideas? Let me know what you think. Are you watching Monday Night Raw tonight? What do you want to see? What did I miss? What's the most important thing coming out of Monday Night Raw, and what do they need to do to sell you this pay-per-view that I'm sure everyone that's watching this is going to watch anyway? Other than that, that's about all I got. Not really much more to hit on. I'm not feeling great, so this is a nice little short compressed video, but it's a nice preview for tonight's Monday Night Raw. I might do another video later on today, so keep your Skypes open because you never know when you might get a call from the old dead on one, and we'll do a little 5 random questions. You never know. If there's anything else you want to see, please let me know in the comment section below. Also, you can get a hold of me at Dead on Dave Productions at yahoo.com. Also, tweet my Twitter at Dead on Dave V. You can also reach me on Facebook.com/This Guy's Take on It, and right here on YouTube and Google Plus. You can get a hold of me on any of those mediums. I'm right here. So, or Skype. You can make sure you add me on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura, David Vancura. Other than that, I think that's all I got. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for all the support. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share as always. And we will see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Peace with chicken grease.